Hey everybody, I'm back. This video, I would just like to make a little video about my Christmas break. Those few weeks where you didn't get any videos, yeah, I'm sure you didn't really notice anyway. Basically, being home was really awesome. It only took a couple of days to get used to the time difference because this time I had my friends to keep me up until in the morning. I really miss my friends back home, and it was just really great to go and see them again. I know a lot of you will be like, I don't want to pay for the trip or anything. Yeah, this was basically my Christmas present and, the Christmas presents of half the people of my family. I'm really, really grateful for everybody who sacrificed getting more presents so that I could come home and see everybody for Christmas. You guys are wonderful. Beyond that, I don't feel like I have a whole lot to say about just being back home. When you go back to America and you hear certain accents, it's really disconcerting because even here you get used to not even hearing an American accent. So you hear an American accent, when you go to the airport or even in the hostel. There are a lot of Americans in the hostels, and so just that's kind of weird. But certain really distinctive accents, once you get back into the States, are kind of mind-boggling to hear, and it's just weird. I think my speaking style really changes according to where I am, because I think it got better when I was back home, but when I'm here, I'm used to speaking to people whose first language isn't English and probably isn't even German, and so my language is actually really, really simplified while I'm here so that I can say what I want to as clearly as I possibly can. And I think being back home for a little while made it a lot more natural to speak in English. But it's great because once I came back, I picked my German back up really quickly. By probably at least halfway through the first block of class that I went back to, my German was back to normal in the way, and just as good as it was before I left. The thing that I did not enjoy while I was back home was pretty much the vehicle thing. Here, everything's pretty much in walking distance. I live across the street from the train station if it's not. It's kind of a shame we don't have public transport in the US. So the trip back here was really crappy. I've discovered that I'm really bad at traveling. Traveling for a long time away from people that I know kind of depresses me. Sitting around in airports sucks, and sitting around in airplanes kind of sucks too. It's the actual process of getting back this time was really crappy because the flight is in two trips. The first one was from Shreveport to Houston, and the second from Houston to Frankfurt. So first, my flight was delayed to where I wouldn't be able to make the Frankfurt flight. So they rescheduled me to the next day, and my second flight was canceled because of weather in Houston. And then my third flight was also delayed because, I don't know, everything is really late apparently. And I just barely made the flight to get to Frankfurt. And thankfully the train also worked. But the whole process of going from Shreveport to Houston was grueling and terrible. It made it so that I actually missed one of my classes because I did get back in time for it technically, but I was too tired to actually go to class because that was a lot of traveling. It was over a day, counting from when I went into the airport at first and then when I got here. So I have talked for 8 minutes now. Let's see if I can cut about half of that off and turn this into a decent sized video. Cheers!